Voltaire Pitbull.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Football Rap Show, where we tell you everything about the Premier League straight to the point. And again, I'm trying my hardest to be unbiased. Yeah, I'm trying. Bear with me with that, though. Alright, let's get into this, man. Look, Chelsea fans, are things starting to settle down, or can it go left again? Is there another storm coming, or are we starting to see you guys settle down and start to build some consistency in your team? Personally, I feel like Chelsea, I spoke to one of my friends right at the beginning of the season, and I put you guys up there as title contenders, proper challenging. But it just doesn't seem to be going the way that I thought it would, to be totally honest. We need to speak about Reece James as well. He's such an important player for Chelsea. He's your captain when he's fit, obviously. But he's your captain. He's one of your main names, first names on the team sheet as well. But you know what it is? There's got to be concerns about his availability. His leadership, you can't really question that. He is Chelsea through and through. He will put everything and die on that pitch for Chelsea. So you got to give him his flowers. But do you think that it's time to say enough is enough with him and just let him go kind of thing? Split and go on different paths? Or do you feel like he is a player that, give him a 7-year deal and just keep him there? Because I know Chelsea love to give out them mad contracts. Hey, what's going on with Enzo Fernández as well? Hey, listen, his performances, sometimes you sit down and you watch Enzo play and he's just out of this world, unbelievable some of the stuff that he does. Other times you play him and it's man, you could get any midfielder to do that. He's basic. He can be so basic, but sometimes he can be proper rocket and he can just do an absolute crazy mazza. But I know that he's just been linked as well to sign for PSG. Would you, Chelsea fans, let me know, would you look at letting Enzo go, or is that non-negotiable? He has to stay. I know he kind of divides opinion in the fan base as well for Chelsea fans. I spoke to a few, and some of you guys are like, nah, he's the main guy, and other fans is nah, just let him go. He's overhyped. Personally, I don't think he's overhyped. I think he's a real good player. I think he will probably fit into a lot of the top teams around the world, though. That's why there's not much surprise that he's linked to PSG. If that happens and PSG pull that off, I think Chelsea will struggle without him. I really feel Chelsea will struggle without him. You see the whole the thing with Chelsea and their transfer strategy. I don't understand why they only go for young players. I get it, because you can get a young player, he can come in, he can be the next world's best in the world. But surely you need the experience around to help kind of mold and grow those players into something that they can potentially be. It's you wouldn't take, let's use CR7 as an example. You wouldn't use a really young CR7, put him in a team full of all other youngsters and tell him go and flourish and be one of the greatest of all times. It wouldn't have worked. You got to think their mentality is just a group of young players. Their mentality is not going to be what it needs to be without the guidance of the experienced players. So, I mean, would you then put in some more experience? I feel like you need your Frank Lampards and your Didier Drogbas and those sort of players to put their arm around the younger players and be no, look, this is what we're going to do. You can be amazing. This is how you're going to get there. But you've got to put your head down and sort of just fight for it and just put the work in, because nothing comes for free, innit? So you got to work for it. But I just feel like these young players that are in the Chelsea squad, they've just been left to go and do whatever they want. So, I mean, like, basically, the next question that I have, do you trust this process at Chelsea? As a Chelsea fan, do you trust this process? Because I don't see it changing. I know Todd Bowley's pumped so much money into this club, but I genuinely don't see their strategy or anything like that moving away from where it is or what it is. I mean, look, Chelsea's always been a very competitive team. Always been a very competitive team. And as a rival fan, I guess, yeah, Manchester United, I'm a rival fan. I guess that I don't like to see my team where we are. But I wouldn't want to see Chelsea or Liverpool or City or Arsenal there either. I want the Premier League to be the Premier League. I want it to be competitive. I want all the teams that are the traditional top six, I want them all to be competitive, battling it out. I don't like to see Chelsea falling off the way that they have, or United falling off the way that they have. Even this season with Liverpool and City, it's not nice to see them fall off the way they have. Anyway, speaking about fall-offs, Spurs, Tottenham Hotspurs. We got to talk about it, man. We have to talk about it. So, Tottenham Hotspurs, are you starting to feel the pressure? Is it a managerial issue? Or is it that they've just recruited the wrong way? Or is it the blame to be pushed on and based on the board? Let's have a little deep dive into this, yeah? So, the manager, Thomas Frank, look at what he'd done previously at Brentford. He took that team from relegation sort of form to a team that's very combative. He was able to win their players over, get them into a place where they was fighting for him. They really believed and bought into everything that Thomas Frank was saying. Look, I'm not saying that they was a top six team. What I am saying is that they went out on that pitch every single week and left everything out there on the pitch. So is it an issue at Spurs? Is that coming from the managerial style or the system or his tactic? I don't think it is. I really don't think it is. Is it now a problem for the players? Are the players an issue? I think Tottenham have some really good players. I genuinely do. And I know there's going to be a lot of Arsenal fans in the comment section saying they ain't got no good players. And I hear it, the rivalry, I get it, I understand it. But you know what it is? It's more of a thing that they have really good individual players, but I just don't think that they're clicking as a team. I think that Thomas Frank could be the man that gets them to click as a team. I mean, look, there's no doubt that the board want Thomas Frank to be successful. They've just went and got him Conor Gallagher, and they've already got a pretty decent midfield as well. So Conor Gallagher coming in, that's just going to strengthen it. I don't really know if they're falling short of where they should actually be. But how long are Tottenham fans going to actually sit back and listen and trust in the process and it's going to get better? I mean, look what happened when they had Ange. I still can't believe they sacked Ange. He won them their first European, well, I don't know if it's their first, to be honest. I don't really know their history like that, but they won the Europa League. So, I mean, look, if you can win the European League, get them in the Champions League, finish in a horrible place in the actual Prem, but it's their first trophy in how long? And he still got sacked. Look, if the players back and fight for Thomas Frank the way that the Brentford players did for Thomas Frank, I'm pretty sure they'd be up there, top six minimum. I'd love to see all of the tops, the traditional top six. I'd love to see all of them step up and start fighting and actually push for it. Push it. Look, the better that all of the teams play, the better that your team's gonna play. So it's just, I don't know. Personally, I just feel like this season's just been a big mess. Barring Arsenal, I think everyone's had drop off this season. Liverpool, City, United's improved. Leave us alone. But everyone's just had drop off, and it's such an unpredictable season. That's why I'm really enjoying this season so far. But look, final thoughts on both clubs. I think Chelsea have the potential to go a very, very long way. They've got all the talent in the world. But I don't know if they're going to reach their potential because they don't have the experience around them to kick them on and to help them grow. That's the honest truth. Tottenham, again, they've got, I think individually Tottenham's a very, very strong team. Like the players individually, they're very, very strong. Very strong. And they've just brought in Conor Gallagher as well. Very, very strong team. I mean, look, do me a favor. We're just starting to build this, yeah? We want to build this nice community. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think the top 6 is going to be at the end of the season. Let's try it and see how it goes. Do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe. Hit me up, man. Thank you for watching. Take care.
Volta, pitbull.